Hey, what's up? A-Aron here, back for another Angelina Jordan reaction, and we're going back to age 8, and we're going to start with some holiday spirit stuff. I'd only done one Silent Night, well, actually technically two versions of it, but now we're going to do White Christmas, and many of you told me there's a lot of holiday stuff in there. So definitely looking forward to it. But before we dive in, hey, super quick message, but very, very important. If you're a big Angelina fan or a big A-Aron Reacts fan, and you want more of it, you want more benefits, and you also want to get ahead of things, right now I just made the decision based on feedback from you that I'm actually going to go beyond those initial early years from Angelina, and I'm actually going all the way to the presents. If you go to the membership site from a-aronreacts.com, then you're going to actually see an option with a video, right? There's a video on the homepage. I'll link to it, but there's a video that walks through what the membership is. There's an Angelina specific membership where you get everything Angelina specifically. And I actually will go ahead and give you right now, if you go sign up right now at this very moment, there's videos in there of If I Were a Boy and Million Miles, as well as the Quincy Jones rehearsal at the age of 12. And LinkedIn promo, as well as her studio recording of I Am a Fool to Want You. And I'm going to continue to be keeping ahead of public releases for those. So for those of you that are big fans and want to continue to follow and support the channel, please go check that out now. And so, yeah, let's dive into this. This is White Christmas. It shows Swedish TV at the age of 8. And so, yeah, here we are. Okay, so actually it has 1 minute and 29 seconds of talking in, I'm guessing, in Norwegian because, well, maybe Swedish. I know a lot of people in the region speak more than one language, and I know it's possible she speaks Swedish, although I'm not sure. So either Norwegian or Swedish. It doesn't get in, it finishes Gloomy Sunday, but now they mentioned White Christmas right here. So I actually paused and we're cutting to this point because you don't need to hear talking that I don't understand. So here we go.
White Christmas.
Yeah, and I rewound like 5 seconds once I heard White Christmas, and here we are.
And children listen to hear sleighs in the snow.
So we'll come back to this, but I want to pause here before I forget. I did write down some things, but I just want to pause and go to the start of this.
White Christmas. Varsågoda Nina.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to.
Yeah, so, okay, it wasn't my imagination. So, the first verse of this, well, first of all, let's take a little bit of a pros and cons to this particular performance. And for those of you that are watching me react to Angelina for the first time, she's on her own scale, like as a professional musician at the age of 8. She's not from this planet, right? Like, so yes, I critique her and like I would anybody. And this is well over 40 now. I think this is 45, if I'm not mistaken, reaction to her. So, I know her quite well, and, we're just at the age of 8, right? So I'm also honest, and so let's take a pros and cons approach to what I've heard so far. Pros is, as always, she's got incredible stage presence and confidence. Now, you've heard me say that you don't like. I don't like her stage presence in many occasions. So I think I'm using the term differently actually here now. My apologies for creating confusion here. I stand by what I said before with the stage presence, and I don't feel like she has much of it here. I just used it differently now than I used to before. Her confidence on stage is very, very positive, very strong, as always, right? I think there's more she could do with stage presence now. And towards the end of the second verse, I'm going to talk about that. She did more with it. So that's probably why I was getting a little confused. But either way, her tempo, spot on, as always. Her pitch is perfect. I didn't notice anything with the pitch, actually. She's there. She's feeling it. And so here's some of the, just in the middle, just some taste type of things, right? We hear a lot more of that wide vibrato here, coming from that Billie Holiday jazz study era and study. So we see a lot more of that here. It feels more like that. On the downside, I feel like it took her a while to get into this one. That first verse, her tone was very edgy, gritty is the best way I can describe it to me. And when I went back and played it again, I was verifying it. So you can check that out in your own. But it is better in the second verse. And if you watch my reaction when she started the second verse, the first time I started nod my head, because she did course correct there and she sounds better. And as that second verse progresses, she gets better through it. And then she gets into a comfort zone. And then you even see her reacting with her body language. Let's see if I can find where that was. Where she's really in the pocket at that point. I think it's right coming up about here. Let's try this. And now she sounds great. Yeah, right here I think. Or maybe not. It has to be soon because I stopped it sooner after. Yeah. And so something so subtle like that right here, it does add so much more to the stage presence, right? But I've gotten, I want to say it lengths before, but you'll hear me more talk about it as I get through her into the later years, where I would expect more from her. I don't expect it here. It's just a comment about how she can grow, right? And several of you have eaten it alive saying, no. And I'm like, well, it's how does she get better? How does she grow, right? That's one key area. But anyway, let's continue.
May all Christmases be white, and may all your Christmases be white, and may all your Christmases be white.
So the ending is very reminiscent of what she's been doing with Fly Me the Moon. Right? So, all right, let's finish this one.
Vi ska få lyssna på Angelina faktiskt fler gånger under den här kvällen. Som jag sa tidigare så i år har vi äran att dela ut ett nytt pris.
Okay, so, and also, this band sounded great. I mean, I didn't pay a ton of attention to them, I will say that, but I did like the feel. You know, I feel like while it's sung in a different style and a very different tune, I've been reacting so much to Fly Me the Moon, but I feel like this is carried on from some of what's there. I feel like that in terms of the rhythmic feel isn't quite the same bossa nova, but it does have that bounce. And, you know, I think that the band sounds quite good here. Again, I didn't really analyze them too much, if I'm being honest, but they sound good. And yeah, the feeling of the song is kind of like her early arrangements of that. Now, the tone and the choices, like the vibrato and stuff, are very different. Okay, so that'll wrap things up here. Again, if you have not yet done so, please subscribe to this channel. You want to learn more Angelina Jordan and otherwise. Quite a few different types of things I'm reacting to, and it's going to continue to expand. But if you're really interested in Angelina Jordan and following her, make sure you come back here, you know, tomorrow or the next day when I drop the next video, more than likely, or maybe the following. But pay attention. I'll be sharing information on how you can join the membership. And there's going to be some good perks if you're a real Angelina fan. I'm trying to load it up and make it worth your while. And, you know, it's also a way that you can help contribute and give back to this channel and to me. So thank you in advance for those that you do. And I hope that you find the value in that. I think you will right out of the gate, to be honest with you. But that said, thanks again. That's it for this one. We'll see you in the next one.